Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. Okay, so last subtopic to be covered 6.4 record transfer. Okay, so first let's take a look what is record transfer. Okay, so record transfer is the act of changing the physical custody of record with or without change of legal title. Okay, which is you are moving the record from one storage to another storage. Okay, so dia kata record are moved from one storage area to another. So kita panggil sebagai record transfer. Okay, record are transferred when they are no longer used frequently. Okay, older records are less frequently accessed become inactive. So sometimes record yang sometimes kita uh, frequently access and become inactive. So then we transfer the record from active storage to inactive storage. Okay, there are two types of transfer method. We have perpetual transfer and periodic transfer. Okay, perpetual transfer record can continually transfer from active to inactive storage area. Okay, perpetual ni kita tak ada specific time. Okay, kita continually transfer. Bila ada je record yang inactive dan kita terus transfer. Okay, then but when periodic, okay, periodic active record are transferred at the end of stated period of time. Okay, which is ada tempoh period dia, okay, at stated period of time to inactive storage at the end of the fiscal year. Okay, maknanya at the end of the year tu baru kita transfer. Tu adalah periodic. Kita ada tempoh masa. So dalam periodic we have one period which is record are transfer at the end of the one period of time. For example, 6 months or a year. Okay, maknanya bila ada dalam satu tempoh masa, contoh 6 months or a year, kita panggil as one period. Okay, itu adalah periodic. Okay, there are 5 transfer procedure that involve. First one is determining when record are to be transferred. Okay, so first, bila kita nak transfer the record, we need to determine bila we need to transfer the record. Okay, and then second, determining what records are to be transferred. Then we need to identify what kind of record to be transferred. Third, preparing record for transfer. Okay, we need to make the arrangement. Okay, arranging the transfer. Let's say when we want to transfer the record, then we need a transportation, for example. Okay, and the last one is receiving record in the storage area. Okay, so when we are moving the record, so we need to have the supplies and equipment. Okay, so there are 3 transfer supplies and equipment. First one is transfer board and label. Second, guides and folder, and last is equipment. Nanti we go through one by one. Okay, so when we are moving the record from active area to inactive area, so we need to have boards and labels to make sure in future when we are looking back to the records, we can easily find it. Okay, so usually the boards have lift off or lift up top. Okay, depends kepada boards lah. Sometimes kita ada boards yang jenis kita lift up daripada atas ataupun daripada tepi je. Okay, so dia kata removable tops allow quick access for filing and retrieval record. Of course lah, when we have a box with removable at the top, so senang kita nak access the file. Okay, korang imagine kotak A4 tu kan, which is kotak A4 kita have removable top. Okay, which is kita boleh buka dekat atas dia, so senang kita nak access the record. Okay, and then dia kata the boards are provided with the labels on one end. Okay, which is kita kena ada labels dekat each box. Okay, and then the content and location information are marked directly on the box. Okay, so dalam box tu, dekat box tu lah kita akan directly tulis what kind of information ada inside. Okay, tak perlu kita nak cari buka satu-satu barulah kita jumpa. Then we just need to scan the board, then we know the information inside. Okay, the second supplies and equipment that we need when we want to transfer the records is guide and folder. Okay, so guides, what is guide? Guide used in active file are not transferred to inactive storage with the transfer record. Okay, which is guide yang kita guna dekat active file, we are not transfer to the inactive storage. Okay, so dia kata plastic folder stay in the active file and more expensive than manila folder. of course lah, bila kita buat guide kan, kita buat filing, okay, we have the guide. Okay, so guide adalah plastic folder that can stay in the active file. Okay, and then organization that transfer large volume of record often transfer hanging folder along the records. Okay, so sometimes for large organization, when they are transfer a large volume of record, usually they transfer with hanging folder along the records. Okay, which is dia transfer terus hanging folder tu terus masuk dalam box. Okay, the last item that we need is equipment. Okay, so dia kata inactive storage center use less expensive storage equipment, usually still shelving. Okay, so usually dekat inactive storage center tu we use less expensive equipment. Okay, kita guna shelf je biasanya semua. Okay, and then shelving may reach to the ceiling as in a warehouse. Okay, usually kalau sebab kita nak keep all the information yang lama, okay, so kita use the space semua. Okay, so sebab tu dia kata shelving may reach to the ceiling. Okay, maknanya terus sampai ke atas ceiling dia punya shelving tu. So apa yang kita perlu, of course lah, rolling ladder or motorized lift may be used to raise record to store and retrieve box. Okay, sebab ni dah tinggi sangat, takkan nak naik tangga je. So maybe we need to have rolling ladder and motorized lift. Okay, last but not least, 6.5 record center. Okay, so what is record center? This has been explained on chapter 2 if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so record center is a building designed or adopted for low-cost storage, maintenance and communication of semi-current records pending their ultimate disposal. Okay, record center is a building, okay, which is yang kita letak semi-current records. Okay, there are 3 types of record center. First one is National Record Center. Second is Departmental Record Center. And last one is Commercial Record Center, which is for profit private company. Okay, so there are 4 control procedure in record center. First one is record center control files, which is we have inactive record index. Okay, so inactive record index is an index of all record in inactive storage center. Okay, inactive record index tu adalah index ni adalah kind of petunjuk. Okay, so all index in inactive record center yang berkaitan pasal record tu kita panggil inactive record index. Okay, then we have charge out and follow up file. Okay, so it is a particular file that contain form file by dates that record are due back in inactive record center. Okay, charge out and follow up file ni adalah file yang contain form yang orang request the record to be borrowed. Okay, itu adalah charge out follow up file lah, sama macam macam yang korang belajar yang manual charge out semua tu. Then the third procedure is destruction date file. Okay, it is a particular file containing copies of transmitter form complete when record are received in record center. Okay, destruction date file ni adalah kita kata file yang contain copy of transmitter form, which is bila kita transfer the records from active storage to inactive storage, then the form kita letak dalam destruction date file. Okay, and then last procedure dia adalah destruction file. Okay, destruction file is a file containing copies of transmitter form removed from destruction date file after record are destroyed. Okay, form are filled by department, names and destruction dates. Okay, so destruction file pula adalah dikata file yang contain copies of form removed from destruction date file, which is yang tadi yang saya kata tadi, bila kita transfer record, form yang kita guna tu kita letak dalam destruction date file. Tapi destruction file adalah bila records tu telah destroy. Okay, bila kita dah sampai tempoh lupus dia, dan kita simpan copies of transmitter form masuk dalam destruction file. So that's all for chapter 6.